Also learning that the subcommittee meeting is underway. Now, what do you think the protesters who have renewed their demand for more quota in government jobs, especially this education department, what do you think they're going to be expecting? And on the other hand, what do you think is the most pragmatic way of looking at what might come out of this meeting? Both the deputy chief ministers and the chief minister is already there. Shinde-Fadnavis was quick to, respond, react. He was swift in holding meets with various leaders in the protesting clout. And now this subcommittee meeting is underway. What do you think is being expected, and what do you think is the most pragmatic way of looking at it, is what might come out of this meeting?
Girish Mahajan, a senior BJP minister who is often referred to as Sankat Mochak among the BJP ministers, has already held a meeting with Manoj Jarange Patil at the village where the agitation started. Manoj Jarange Patil has clearly told him that they want result in 2 days. Mahajan has said that 2 days is too short a time to come to any conclusion which will be acceptable which will be termed valid in the court of law, especially Supreme Court. So that the protesters and the agitators are firm that they want an early resolution. They want their demands to be met. Chief Minister Shinde's job is very difficult now. The subcommittee meeting that is going on will have to really work very hard to make sure that they convince the agitators and make them understand what is legally possible and what is legally not possible.
Also like to shed some light on the historical context here of the Maratha community's stance on reservations, particularly the change in stance after the Mandal Commission report. Help the viewers understand a little bit of a historical background of this protest as well. Mr. Jhattar, to you. Well, it seems like we're getting some sort of a technical difficulty with Mr. Jhattar. I'm going to take the same question to Kiran Tare, who's with us on the broadcast. Kiran, if you heard the question, would you like to give it a go?
Yeah, the demand actually started in after 1984. That was the first time when the demand for Maratha reservations came up. But after that, subsequent governments, they ensure that the Maratha communities get more and more representation in the political system, but not in the educational institute and the government jobs, because there was no provision to call Marathas as a separate backward community. It came only after in 2016 when Shinde-Fadnavis became the chief minister. He formed the Maharashtra Backward Commission, and that backward commission, it came to a conclusion that yes, Marathas are socially and economically backward community. That's why it is liable to get a reservation. That is how the brief history is. But the Supreme Court is clearly saying that you can't give reservation above 50%. Whatever you want to give, you can do it below 50%. That is the whole bone of contention here. If the government can manage to satisfy everyone in the cap of 50%, then the issue will be solved. But this is a very political hot topic, and this is an election issue. So the government could not afford to hurt any community, and no community will accept anything less from what they want or what they deserve. So this is a very, very legal tangle also, that you have to give the reservation, but the cap is of 50%. Plus, there is a 10% quota for economically backward class also, which was approved by the central government. So this is a very, very complex issue. I mean, no government can take it so easily. What Supreme Court, what this opposition parties are saying, that what Tamil Nadu government or Karnataka government has done, their quota limit is beyond 70%. But what they have done, if there are 100 seats in an education institute, they already do it for 120 people. So 120 students are treated as 100 students, and the quota is distributed among them.
Okay.
Maharashtra can do the thing. They can replicate this in here also, the educational institutes also. But as I said earlier, the educational institutes are mostly run by the Maratha leaders. They have to come together and decide, yes, we will give a separate reservation for the Maratha students. Then at least the issue of reservation in the education sector will be over. Then the issue of government jobs will remain, that the government can find a solution to that, but at least half of the solution could be over if the Maratha leaders come together and decide that at least the educational institute they run should adopt this policy.
Absolutely. I mean, food for thought, pertinent points that you've made over here. However, how pragmatic are they actually in their execution? वो तो खैर वक्त ही बता पाएगा, and of course we'll have to wait till the subcommittee report meeting gets over as well.